Good morning. I am Reverend Sharon Renee, spiritual leader for Tyler Unity Center in Tyler, Texas. And I want to thank you for joining us across the virtual world. And I hope that you are starting off with a very lovely and beautiful day. And how we like to get started here at Unity is to give acknowledgement to the Christ light. So we have the candle right here, and the candle is representative of our light within. And the Christ light and the Christ consciousness is what we have to connect us to our spirituality. And if we allow our intuition to connect with that light and we follow that light, the world can shift and the world can be better because we're shifting our inner world and therefore we're affecting the outer world. So it's a very beautiful perspective, and I invite you to tap into your Christ light. Now join me in the daily word. And today's daily word is will. Spiritual understanding guides my will. Each day I use my will to make decisions, big and small, that affect the quality and direction of my life. Through the use of my human will, I make choices out of fear or sense of lack, or I may be driven by my desire for convenience, comfort, or the pleasures of the moment. The use of my spiritual will, however, directs my choices towards a greater awareness of my divine nature. As I grow spiritually, I use my will to shine my Christ light even more brightly. I grow in willingness to co-create with God as I release my willfulness to do everything on my own. As I live more intentionally from my divinity, the light of spiritual understanding dawns within me and directs my will. I hereby command you, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. I think that's quite lovely. And there is a difference between our own will and following divine will. And our own will sometimes will get us into a little bit of trouble. All right, so join me in our statements. Our vision statement here at Tyler Unity Center is, centered in God, we celebrate a world empowered by peace, love, and oneness. Our mission statement, we are a vibrant spiritual community reaching inward for guidance and outward in love, education, and sacred service. Our core values are love, service, spirit-led inspiration, acceptance, and spiritual unfoldment. All right, so let's just take a deep breath in and relax. Mother, Father, God, we are grateful for today. We are grateful for this moment. We are grateful for our will. And my will guides me in all that I do. And I relinquish my will of control to the will of the divine. And when I allow myself to follow the spiritual inner guidance within, life changes and life flows in a beautiful river, smooth and relaxed and peaceful. And I find peace in surrendering to thy will. Amen. Now let us go into our meditation. So feel free to watch the beautiful video and just let your mind follow the direction, or close your eyes and take a deep breath in and let it go. And allow your being to totally relax wherever you are. Let your shoulders relax, your head, and just breathe in and out in your own breath span, releasing all that no longer serves you, releasing the hurriedness, releasing the tension, and find yourself going to your center, to the heart center. And within your center, you see the light of your soul, of your spiritual being, the Christ light, the divinity. And it is bright. And I want you to visualize yourself stepping in to that light. And feeling the love that's there. It's unconditional and peaceful. There is no judgment, no scolding, just love. This is the unlimited source that feeds you. And it is always there and always available. You are never without this infinite source. And it is never avoiding or evading you. Allow that love to surround you and flow through you to your entire being. And allow this energy to eradicate any negative thoughts or beliefs, concerns or worries. Release the control and let go. You are divine. This light within you flows through and expands out into the world, connecting to each and every other human being. And you recognize that although we are individual expressions, we are one. And love them without judgment as you love yourself. That love flows freely from you. And be open to receiving it from others. And you notice that you are filled with only goodness. Nothing was lost, and only love was exchanged. And take a deep breath and breathe in that love. And release it, expanding it out around you. And say these words out loud or in your mind. I am a divine being. I know love. And I joyfully give love. And I joyfully receive love. It is forever abundant. Be aware of your body and your mind, and give yourself permission to come back to this time and this place. Your tank is full, and it's a never-endless supply that you can share with others. And so it is. Amen and amen.
Up Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Well, hope is a place where one smiling face can make a difference. Positive messages dance past the edges of doubt. It's a ripple, it's a rhythm, it's a movement, it's the beating of drums. Oh, and you can't help but move to its music when it comes. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Rocks can be smooth and tides can be moved by the moon. Armies disarmed and snakes simply charmed by a tune. It's a candle, it's a beacon, it's a comet, it's a consolation. Oh, so let yourself go and bask in the glow of the illumination. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Oh, simply divine. It's a state of mind. Oh, do you wanna stand in the dark, or do you wanna shine? Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. It's a ripple, it's a rhythm. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and sing it strong. Oh, optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Bask in the glow. Optimism is contagious. It's a state of mind. Say it loud and sing it strong. Go ahead and let it shine. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Pass it on. Pick it up and pass it on. Pick it up and pass it on. Yeah. Pick it up and pass it on. 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 Pick it up and pass it on.
All right, so today's lesson is about life among the believers, and it is from Acts 2:43 to 2:47, and I'm reading from the New Revised Standard Version. Awe came upon everyone because many wonders and signs were being done by the apostles. All who believed were together and had all things in common. They would sell their possessions and goods and distribute the proceeds to all as any had need. Day by day, as they spent much time together in the temple, they broke bread at home and ate their food with glad and generous hearts, praising God and having the goodwill of all the people. And day by day, the Lord added to the numbers those who were being saved. And I really love this. And so there's a lot of different ways that we can take this from a metaphysical interpretation. And one is that we come together in communal living and we celebrate our likeness and we celebrate our spiritual awakening and we share. And that's kind of like what the temple is about, what the church is about, is sharing that energy. But this also goes deeper, that these people, and in the story, and these are all parables, were sold everything they had in order to come together and to learn and to grow. And basically what this comes down to is, are you willing to let go of everything you have in order to have everything? All right? And so where that takes us is where? It takes us on an adventure of prosperity. It takes us on an adventure of faith. So when we're being guided within to do something, do we have the faith to move it forward? Are we willing to risk everything in order to have everything? Are we willing to risk everything that we have in this very present moment? And so let's talk about that, right? So it's like if somebody's not happy in their job and they want to go off and they want to be a carpenter, they want to build cabinets or they want to make furniture. Are you willing to risk being ridiculed by your family? Are you willing to risk the feeling of not having money? Are you willing to risk the thoughts that might come in? Can I support my family and can I feed my family? Even though your inner guidance is guiding you towards this, the mind is and society are giving you all of these reasons why it might not be a good thing. And so are you willing to trust your divine guidance enough to step through that veil of discomfort and to have everything that your spirit desires? Are you willing to trust that no matter what you do, God will feed you, that spirit will feed you, that wonderful divine energy is going to take care of you? And this is really what this is about. It was about taking ourselves out of our comfort level and letting go of our possessions. Now, when I talk about possessions, I'm not talking about selling everything in your home. I'm talking about whatever you feel possesses you that you are concerned about letting go of, that you no longer like or enjoy, or it's not feeding you. And it could be that you're a hoarder and you need to let things go. And are you willing to do that in order to have a better life? Are you willing to be scared? Are you willing to be nervous? Are you willing to trust that all of that information that's coming into you is going to take you where you need to go? Now, from personal history, because I can't share yours, I can share mine. My husband and I are very quick to trust our intuitions and to let go and to move. Because for whatever reason, we trust our inner guidance, our inner voice. And we do it, and sometimes it scares people. It really has scared people, like, well, what are you going to do? And, it's kind of from the mother perspective, from like our mothers, it's like, do you have money? Are you poor? Are you hungry? And they don't understand that we're probably making more money than anybody else in the family because we're doing what we love and we're coming from that place. Now, the second that we let go of that and we start to dwell in the what ifs, and we start to dwell in what other people are saying or thinking, and we're trying to see if we can appease them, we start to flounder. And then we realize, wow, where's our faith? Because in this floundering, are we really wanting to stop what we're doing? Are we really ready? Are we really ready to let go of what moves our heart and fuels our spirit? And we go, no. And so alrighty then. And so we move on, and then our course corrects. So when we are growing, when we are trying to achieve, spiritual ascension, whatever it might be for you, raising your vibration, lifting your spirit, We have to disengage from the outer world, from society, and from the concerns of what everybody else has in place for us. Now, you know, it's well meant, but you have to look at those people and you have to say, do they live in fear? And have they ever done what they wanted to do? Are they unhappy? Are they ill? What's going on with that? And we have to trust enough that they're on their journey. And just because they're on their journey, we don't have to be on their journey. And us doing what they want doesn't make them feel better. It's not changing their life. It's not improving it at all. They might go, oh good, I'm not going to worry about you now. But really, the person that says that is the one that's always worrying anyway. That's what I have found. So it really comes down to me, this is one of the most beautiful verses that we have, because it carries things on many levels, from, again, trusting and having faith. And are we willing to give up our comfort of being uncomfortable in order to be uncomfortable getting comfort? Are we willing to give up all that we have, all that we own, in order to gain everything, in order to gain that fulfillment, in order to gain that enlightenment, in order to gain that new opportunity to express and to grow and to move in a new way? Now you tell me, which one brings peace and joy to your heart? When you think about doing something, and if it's writing a book or painting a picture, do it with joy. Don't do it with fear of what other people are going to say or how they're going to judge you. If you're not happy in what you're doing, give yourself permission to not be unhappy. No, I didn't say that right. Give yourself permission to be unhappy with what you're doing and allow it to let you look for what would make you happy. It's okay to let go, and it's okay to be in that transition. And that transition is scary, and in that is dissonance. And what unity refers to, the Fillmore is always called chemicalization. So when we're going into a new place, a new energy, we haven't experienced that before. So there is going to be this revolt inside, and it's going to be emotional. It's going to be scary. But look what's on the other side. So it's kind of like if you're going from the desert into the oasis, there might be this small stretch where you're really having to go through some dense jungle or some barbed wire or something, and it's uncomfortable. But just because we have that doesn't mean that we're not supposed to move forward. All right? So I want you to give yourself permission to be uncomfortable and to risk what isn't working, of letting that go in order to have everything that you desire. And that comes with a leap of faith. God always, always provides to those that are faithful. Have a very beautiful day. Namaste, and see you in the virtual world.
That was meant to be, with God love.